Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of MX vs ATV Legends running on PC. Yes, I am still sick. I'm going through, that's day 4. So now I'm going through the aches and pains phase. So it's actually difficult to even sit up. But we'll power through as best we can. There may be shorter streams today. As I just don't know how. I don't know if I can stay up that long. Interesting. Huh. Trying to remember which way I need to go. Yeah, I wish I was lucky enough just to have a regular cold. Like I said, I my whole life I've always had flu. I've never been lucky enough to just have just the aches and pains or just to feel a little down. You know, I've always had all the symptoms. Always had the fever. Always had the runny nose and the watery eyes. Always had the aches and pains. I generally don't get the stomach flu. I guess I have a pretty good gut. Can take a lot of things. you know, I have gotten like food poisoning before, so it's not like I can just eat anything, you know. But although something has to be pretty bad in order for it to actually affect me, which, you know, I mean, that's maybe happened a handful of times in my life. But yeah, the flu is very common for me under normal conditions. Like I said, during the quarantine, I managed to stay completely healthy, which is funny to think about. I guess it really is just a factor of your environment which can determine how healthy you can be. But yeah, I don't know exactly what got me this time. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, they say that when you get a cold, it's actually from like a few days ago. So like, you know, maybe 2 or 3 days prior to that is when you caught it, and it incubates for a while, and then you get the first symptoms. I really can't trace it back to what I was doing at that time. The wrong thing, apparently. So yeah, I mean, I also suffered through, you know, many years of chicken pox. Sorry, stop running nose. You know, that's it's just like a viral skin disease, right? So just get itchy bumps just wherever they want to show up, whenever they want to show up. You know, people used to think it was like, oh, well, maybe he's not a clean kid, or, you know, or whatever, right? I thought it was a product of the environment, but like I said, it's a viral condition. So, so once you have it, it's not like it ever goes away. It just remains dormant until the next time it wants to pop up. So yeah, I suffered that constantly in grade school. You know, my brother and sister, they didn't have the joy of experiencing that. You know, somehow the gene pool managed to stay clean from them. But I managed to get all of the you know, all the sicknesses from mom and dad. So yeah, I have allergies like my mom. I tend to get a little sick like my mom. You know, I have a problem with my weight, depending on what time of the year it is. I did take my dad's personality, so I tend to be, I don't know, it's like not very dramatic, you know. Whoop, that was a mistake. It was a dramatic jump. And I tend to be super calm during what most people would consider, you know, dramatic events. I mean, my attitude is I've pretty much seen it all. So there's very little in this world that can surprise me anymore. Just because I've led a very colorful life, I guess. I hate it when you get off track like this. I mean, there's nothing I can do. I can't get back on track. So yeah, you know, that's what been, how many years since COVID? 3, 4 years? It was nice not being sick for a long time. Oh. But, you know, now we're at the age of other people, oh my god, really? Of people, you know, having to work when they're sick, right? If, you know, companies are demanding people go back to the office, then now they got to worry about their sick days. You know, they got to treasure those and stretch those out. And so, yeah, that leads to overall people's health kind of going on decline. Oh my god! One of those weird consequences we don't think about, like youthful managers tend to think of work back in the office as. Oh, you know, I'm building my community, you know, making sure that my what in the world? Okay. Making sure there's some sort of harmonious corporate culture or whatever, but really there's more downsides than pluses to having people in the office. Outside of renting, leasing, or potentially buying very expensive property, which you know have to heat and cool, and be careful about what people bring to the office, and different sort of culture clashes and counter clashes, and you may not have necessarily people behaving the correct way when they're face to face with each other. Yeah, I mean, you would think that would be true. That people would be a little bit more subdued with their emotions and their habits and their beliefs. But that just depends on the crew. So, I found that during the work at home phase is that people were incredibly polite, more polite than they had to be. Versus when they were in the office, where you just kind of build these little habits and cliques with each other, and so that can also be very detrimental to office culture. But that's just what in the hell is with this? I don't know. I think it's a really bad idea for those folks who don't necessarily need to be in the office. Maybe they're doing some sort of remote support, or they don't really need an office presence, or they don't really even have an office. I mean, those people especially don't need to show up to the work. I mean, if you just have a desk, an open air desk next to somebody else, a foot away from you with a desk, then you don't really have an office. And so that's not really conducive to good business practice, and especially if you talk on the phone a lot. Maybe you have to talk to somebody else, like a call center situation. Then it's not great when you have other people making calls, talking to other customers. You can hear that conversation. Sometimes it might be something which should be a discreet conversation, which should be private, which can't be, in a call center sort of environment with these open desks everywhere. And I gotta say that I see new offices built too, and it's like that nobody ever learned anything from COVID. I saw a new set of offices that was being built for the last 3 months, and every desk there is, there's no wall divider. Every desk is right next to each other, so the next time there's a disease or there's some sort of some sort of pandemic, and then that infrastructure is built exactly the same way to spread that. What the hell is this going on here? Oh, okay. It's like they just took the plans that they had from pre-COVID days and just executed them as if COVID never happened. I don't know. I'll probably fire that architect, honestly. I said, what are you doing? It's weird too. As popular as C-level managers are, they keep making dumb mistakes to further anger their community. It's like, nobody likes the C-level management in this day and era, right? I mean, best to make decisions that are good, that benefit everyone, and not just the weird ego or like the classic image of an office. It's like, those days are gone. I mean, the world has moved on from that kind of environment. fucking turn, I swear to God. Something's always going wrong. Excuse me. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, still sick. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll be less sick. And we can have some more regular programming. I can't guarantee anything though. Head getting caught on that. Jesus. How many laps is this? 3? Oh, jeez. Can I even survive 3 laps on this? I'm pretty confident no C-level manager is listening to this. So. Might be offended by what I'm saying. You know how hard it is to be a C-level manager. I'm pretty sure you know how hard it is. That's why I can be so critical. I know I'm like really sweaty in my you know, like my elbow and my chest. But then my extremities are cold. You know, my toes are cold. It's like the body can't make up its mind. Where to distribute the heat, you know. Lost the distributor. Come on, really? Give me a break. I don't know, I wonder why it waits so long sometimes. Like it doesn't always respawn at the same time, you know. Sometimes it just lingers onto your body. Which is not great, because then you're losing time, right? Get up there. Again, what can I do? Once I'm in there, I'm stuck. head hit your head. Seriously. Same place. Ugh, finally got through it. That was a tough course.
Hey kid, you've got a big few months ahead of you with the 450 Nationals. I believe in you. You're gonna do great. Get ready for the big leagues. This is the 450 Outdoor Nationals. If you thought last year was tough, get ready. Some of the tracks are different with new sections you haven't raced before. Your competition at this level is the top of the top. You have 12 events to get through to prove you are the outdoor champion. Good luck.
Boy, it really got me on the second and third lap there. Just kept putting me in a wreck, one after another. Do, 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 do. It just comes on so suddenly, you know. It's not like I get a tickle in my throat and then I know I'm gonna cough. I just cough.
Good news! Because we've been making payments on time again, and because the big weekend was so successful, the bank has given us another year. The banker said that if we make all our payments and host another successful event next year, he thinks we can keep the farm permanently.
Well, Emilio, that doesn't explain why you can't run the farm. We had to supplement the farm with our bike activities. You still gotta learn how to run the farm. Oh. so sick. Oh. Okay, I forgot. Hitting the accelerator in the air, if you let off of it, makes you push your front wheel upwards automatically. I don't know why you'd want that feature, but it is there. I tend to let off the accelerator when I'm in the air, because why do you need to do that? Okay, well, we stop it there. This is meowmurai. You've been watching MX vs. ATV Legends running on PC. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.